Here's a story from 3 years ago when me and my friends were out camping at a Boy Scout summer camp, Rainy Mountain if any of you have ever been. This is one of the only times in my life where I'm sure I've encountered some kind of paranormal entity that I can only rationalize as a combination of me being half asleep and a freak coincidence. Be me, about 17 at the time. This'll be my last year of camp with the boys, so I try to make it as fun as possible. Taking all of the fun classes, occasionally skipping to just hang out. Having a pretty good time so far. Third night in, me and my friend, whom I'm sharing a canvas tent with, just got out of the showers and made a short walk back to camp. It's about 10 p.m. so people are heading to bed. We decide to do the same. Head in, chat for a bit as one does while camping with friends, eventually doze off. I begin to dream about miscellaneous shit. Don't really remember now, nothing important. Until one dream. I could tell this was a dream, because it felt unlike any of my previous sleep paralysis experiences, which I have had before after nightmares. I was lying in my cot, my view fixated at the topmost part of the tent. It's as if a moment went by, and a tall entity, nearly 7 feet assuming its body touched the ground, was standing over my sleeping friend. Its body was covered in shaggy scraps of dirty white cloth, semi-related. I wasn't able to see the bottom of it due to my limited, almost unnaturally small, field of view that felt as if it was closing in on it as I was forced to watch. I wasn't sure if the creature was somehow hanging off of one of the steel poles used to support the tent, or if the thing was floating. I just knew that it wasn't standing up naturally, if that makes any lick of sense. I started screaming, "Help! Help! Intruder! Someone's in the tent," and eventually woke myself up, only to have another of my friends burst through the tent door. I tell him what happened as coherently as I could, being half asleep and pretty scared. He checks the perimeter of the tent and around the woods with his flashlight. Given people were still awake outside, based on his quick response to my yelling and people talking outside in their tents, then this must have only happened in the last 30 minutes. For me, when I enter a dream state, it usually takes a few hours at least. I knew immediately that this was unusual. Before having enough time to really process it, my friend peeks back in. Nobody's around, must have just been a dream. Yeah, right, like I could just fall asleep after that. My friend then wakes up, partially crying. This is the first time I've ever seen this friend cry or become emotionally distraught. He's usually one of the coolest and most rational heads we have. "Did you just have the same dream I did?" I ask him what his dream was. He basically describes how a tall figure was looking down on him, with only its head exposed. The thing was screaming, but no sound could be heard. All he could see was its face, yelling at him while his view focused on it. I say that did have the same dream, and go on to describe what I saw. We decide to quickly tie up the back entrance to our tent and then pull our cots together. Rest of the trip was fun and uneventful. To this day I can't stop thinking about that event. I can't explain how me and my friend had the same dream, unless there was some weird mirror neuron fuckery going on that I don't understand. Other than the image posted before, which is just a MTG monster, I have nothing to compare this to.